the grand tapestry of Disney villains, few are as iconic as Shakespearean. As Scar, his sinister voice, his languid, menacing presence, and that chilling line, "Long live the king," have haunted our collective childhoods for decades. But the story of Scar and his brother Mufasa is far more than a simple tale of good versus evil. It's a complex family drama, a story of jealousy, ambition, and a kingdom torn apart. Today, we're diving deep into the shadows of the Pride lens to uncover the tragic history that led to one of cinema's most infamous betrayals. To truly understand the conflict, we have to go back to a time before Simba was born, when Mufasa and Scar were just princes. They weren't always Mufasa and Scar. Mufasa was, well, always Mufasa. But Scar was originally named Taka. In Swahili, Taka means dirt or trash, which is pretty rough for a royal cub. Right from the start, there seems to be a disparity. Mufasa, whose name means king, was clearly destined for the throne. He was strong, charismatic, and respected. Taka, on the other hand, was physically weaker and felt perpetually overshadowed. According to the book series The Lion King, 6 New Adventures, the rivalry ignited during their youth. Taka, resentful of Mufasa's golden boy status, concocted a plan to make his brother look foolish. He tricked Mufasa into a confrontation with a furious buffalo named Boma. The plan was simple. Mufasa would get humiliated, and Taka would finally get a moment in the sun. But, as these things often do, the plan backfired spectacularly. Mufasa, using his wits, managed to escape the buffalo's wrath. But, in the chaos, Taka was attacked by the buffalo herd and received a deep gash over his eye, the very scar that would define him for the rest of his life. In the aftermath, he demanded to be called Scar. A permanent, physical reminder of his failure and his simmering resentment. This event wasn't just about a scar. It was the crystallization of his identity. He embraced the name as a symbol of his pain and his lifelong grudge against the brother he felt was a constant roadblock to his own greatness. From that day forward, the divide between them grew from a crack into a chasm. Mufasa ascended to the throne, a beloved and wise king, while Scar was relegated to the shadows, his jealousy festering. Now, let's look at Mufasa's role in all of this. It's easy to see him as the flawless hero. He calls him out for missing Simba's presentation, saying, "You were first in line," until the little prince was born. While true, it's also a bit of a jab, a reminder of Scar's demotion. He saw Scar's sulking and sarcasm as mere petulance, not as the dangerous, deep-seated hatred it had become. Mufasa's kingly duties and his focus on his heir, Simba, left little room for mending the broken bond with his brother. He operated on a level of honor and tradition that Scar had long since abandoned. Scar saw it as a naive fairy tale that kept him from his rightful place of power. This ideological clash is at the heart of their conflict. When he takes over, he allows the hyenas to overhunt. He doesn't want to serve. He wants to be served. He craves the power, but not the responsibility. He may have been resentful of Mufasa, but there was still a direct, albeit unlikely, path to the throne. Simba's birth slammed that door shut. Now, not only was Mufasa king, but his legacy was secure. Scar was pushed even further down the line of succession, his ambitions all but extinguished. He wasn't just second best anymore. He was irrelevant. This is where Scar's cunning truly shines. He couldn't challenge Mufasa in a fair fight. He knew that Mufasa was physically superior. So, Scar used his intellect, his most potent weapon. He preyed on the innocence and curiosity of his own nephew, Simba. The elephant graveyard scene is a masterclass in manipulation. Scar frames it as a secret place, knowing full well that telling a child not to go somewhere is the surest way to get them to go. He uses Simba as bait to lure Mufasa into a trap. And then we come to the gorge. The stampede. This is the culmination of years, perhaps decades, of bitterness. Scar's plan is diabolical in its precision. He places Simba in the path of a wildebeest, stampede, and then alerts Mufasa, playing the part of the concerned brother. Mufasa, driven by pure fatherly instinct, leaps into action. He saves his son, a testament to his strength and courage. But as he clings to the cliff edge, exhausted and vulnerable, He looks up to see his brother. Scar. Brother, help me. It's a desperate plea, and for a moment, we see a flicker of something on Scar's face. Does he hesitate? Is there a shred of brotherly love left? No. He digs his claws into Mufasa's paws, his face twisting into a demonic sneer. Long live the king. With those 3 words, he seals his brother's fate and his own damnation, throwing Mufasa into the stampede below. This moment is so powerful because it's not just murder, it's fratricide, the ultimate betrayal. Scar doesn't just kill a king, he kills his own brother. And he does it with cold, calculated cruelty. Afterwards, his manipulation continues. He convinces Simba that he is responsible for his father's death, a psychological blow so devastating that it sends the young prince into exile for years. Scar effectively eliminates both his rivals in one fell swoop. He ascends the throne not through strength or nobility, but through deceit and murder. The reign of Scar is a dark mirror to where Mufasa's pride lands were lush and full of life. Scar's are barren and gray. The circle of life is broken. The lionesses are starving, and the hyenas run rampant. It's a powerful visual representation of how a leader's character directly impacts their kingdom. Mufasa's rule was built on respect and balance, leading to prosperity. Scar's rule is built on fear and selfishness, leading to ruin. He got the crown he always wanted, but in doing so, he destroyed the very kingdom he sought to rule. He is the king of a graveyard. In the end, the story of Mufasa and Scar is a tragedy in the truest sense of the word. It's a story of how jealousy, when left to fester, can curdle into a poison that destroys everything it touches. Mufasa, for all his nobility, may have failed to see the serpent he was nurturing in his own family, and Scar, consumed by his own inadequacies and ambition, sacrificed his brother, his nephew, and his kingdom for a throne of bones. It's a timeless lesson about power, family, and the dark shadows that can lurk even in the brightest of kingdoms. The ghost of their brotherhood haunts the Pride Lands long after Mufasa's fall, a stark reminder of a war where, ultimately, everyone lost. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed deep dives into your favorite animated films, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. Let us know in the comments which cinematic rivalry you'd like us to explore next. See you then.